Hey, hope you're doing good. It's Chris here from Six Stream Fingerpicking, and in this lesson we're learning how to play Take Me Home Country Roads by John Denver. So for this one, we're in drop D tuning and we have a capo on the 2nd fret. If you like the video and you want to learn more about fingerpicking and fingerstyle, then consider subscribing and pressing the notification bell so you don't miss any future lessons. Whilst you're at it, how about a thumbs up? Okay, so let's get going. The first part to look at is the intro. And then you're in. So what's going on here? Well, I've got my 3rd finger on the low E string, 5th fret, and it's over an A chord, but I'm referring to it as a G because I've got the capo on, and it's just more straightforward that way. So I've got my 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the low E string. We're going to play that, and the thumb is alternating between the E string and the D string, and every other time you're playing the 5th fret on the low E string and then open. So just the thumb is going. Okay, like that, and then we've got to get that little kind of lick, that line that goes over the top. Okay, so note by note, we play the low E string 5th fret, open D, open G, and then open low E, open D, open G. So you've got. Then we put that finger back on, and then open D, and open G again. So, and then we play the open G string with the open low E, play those together. Sorry, it's going to be the 2nd fret on the G, with the open E. And then we hammer 2 to 4 on the G. Okay, so you've gone. Followed by open D, and then 3rd fret on the B string and the 5th fret on the low E string. So that's hard. And then D, G, open low E, and then open D, G, and then the 5th on the low E, open D, G again. Okay, so. And when you get to there, you're going to play the open low E with the 3rd fret on the B string, then hammer the 5th, and then open D. Okay, so that's really the kind of the first 4 bars. And then we play the 5th fret on the low E string with the 2nd fret on the G, play those together, and you want to hammer up to the 4th fret on the G, followed by open D. So this is actually quite tricky. Okay, and then we're in. So let's take a look at the verse now. Okay, so the verse goes like this. Okay, so what's going on here? Well, we're starting on the lower E string, wide open, and you want to hold down the 3rd fret on the B string. So play those 2 strings, and I also get the open G in there. Okay, so play that, and then I'm strumming my way through. I've got this kind of thing going on here, where I'm predominantly using my thumb on my 1st finger, picking out the melody notes, alternating the bass with my thumb, and getting a light strum going on in there as well. So doing it note for note is actually quite hard to teach, but you kind of just have to watch and play around with it and see if you can kind of work out what I'm doing. because as I say, note for note, there's a lot going on. So anyway, we've played that, and then we do a nice little strum, and then play the 5th fret on the low E string with the 5th fret on the B string, and again that open G. So I play those 3 together, followed by a little strum, and then on the up strum I'll catch the 3rd fret on the B, like that, and that's followed by an open low E. So far you've got followed by another strum, and then what I do is I play the 2nd fret on the low E string, and you want to play that because we're on an E minor shape chord now. Play that, do a little strum, again more or less on the D and the G string, and then I play the 2nd fret on the A string with the open high E. So this first finger I'm kind of barring it, and then I'm going to strum down on the 3rd fret of the B, but I can get the G in there as well, followed by an open high E. Okay, so like, so far. Okay, so you see I played the bass note again there, 2nd fret, and then I'll strum down on the 3rd fret of the high E this time. Okay, play the bass note, this time it's going to be the A 2nd fret, and then a nice little strum on the chord. Okay, so you've got then go up to a D chord. So what I've got my 1st finger on the 5th fret of the high E, 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the B, and 2nd finger on the 7th fret of the G. Okay, and I play the open low E, little strum, more or less just on the D and the G string, and then I'll play the A string with the high E, so 5th fret on the high E, followed by the B string 7th fret, and then a little strum. So that's like the whole bar. Then I'll put my little finger on the 7th fret of the high E, and I'll play that with the B string, which will also be the 7th fret, and the low E string open. Little strum, and then I'll lift off that pinky back to the 5th fret and strum up. So it's like, play the open A, and then a little strum on the chord. Okay, so that whole chord. Alright, so far you've got down to a C chord, and here holding down a C I'll play the A string, the B string and the high E all together, then a little strum on the B and the E string, then I'll play the D string, which will of course be the 2nd fret with the open high E, 3rd fret on the B, and then I'll strum again but 1st fret on the B string with the open high E. So you've gone like that. Then I'll catch the 3rd fret on the high E with the open B, and we're on our way to a G, so we go back to here and we play a 3rd finger on the low E string, 3rd fret. So we play these two, and then the bass note. So from the C, and then we just strum our way through. Bass, strum, lift off, open the bass, strum, bass, strum, open, strum. Okay, so that's the first half of the verse, first time through. So. And then you're into the second half, which is very similar, but if you listen to the melody line, it does change a little bit. So it goes like this. and then you're into the chorus. So as I say, it's very similar. The melody changes a little bit and we need to follow the melody. So you're going to start with the open D again, 3rd fret on the B string, you play that with the open G all together, then a little strum on the G and the B, keeping the finger held down on the 3rd, then up to the 5th on the B, so. And then we play the 5th on the low E string, then we strum the D and the G open, then we lift off back to the 3rd on the B, so it's like. Then open low E, then a little strum again. Then we go back to our E minor chord, so we want to clamp down our 1st finger. Okay, so we play that on the 2nd fret with the open B and open high E. Then a little strum. Then the 3rd fret on the high E on the way back up. Then the A string 2nd fret. Okay, so you've gone. And then we stretch up to the 7th fret on the high E. We play that with a B string. Okay, that's going to be on a down strum, I believe. And then we play that again, 7th fret on the high E with the B, with the 2nd fret low E string. So, like, sorry. Yeah, little strum, bass on the 8th string, strum. So the bass is always alternating. Sorry. Okay, up to this D string, D chord, sorry. So same fingering as before. So holding that down, play the open low E with the 5th on the high E and the 7 on the B. Play those all together, and then a strum, followed by open A, and then strum, and then 7 on the high E. So like. Okay, so then I play the bass note after that, a little strum on the D and G, roughly the D and G, then we lift off again, and then A open, and then down strum on the D and the G string. Sorry, so we've gone. Okay, so there's loads going on. So far we've got we just got, so to a C chord, holding down a C chord, play the A, the B and the high E together. Then on the strum you want to catch the B and the high E, put your pinky down on the 3rd fret, so that'll actually be on up strum. Then a little strum down roughly on the G and the B string, and then we're going to play the D string, the B string and the high E together, so, and then up to the 5th fret on the high E, strum that with the B string, and then we to our G chord, so like G chord like this, and holding down this shape of the G chord you play the open B and the 3rd fret on the high E with the 5th on the low E, little strum, and then we're into our chorus. Okay, so the whole of the verse, once more, the whole thing, nice and slow, is going to go like this. So if you want to learn how to play the chorus and you're watching this on YouTube, that is going to be available on the website. So if you want to learn the rest of the song, follow the links through to the rest of the lesson. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. I really hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Head over to sixstringfingerpicking.com where you can get the remainder of this lesson and loads more fingerstyle guitar lessons. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.